Hi guys, Yolanda here, and welcome back to my channel. Of course, I want to show you this cover that I am making for another journal, and for this journal I'm using the frozen papers or the frozen roses from Bella. It's very Christmassy, of course, and it's so cute, and I love the bright colors. So you can see I've already made it up, so I'm just going to explain it to you because it's so cool, and then I'll do more on camera. And yeah, so this is, I suppose, a tutorial craft along. So you see that, then you can carry it. I mean, how cool is that? And it's very simple to make. Now this one I have made 8.5 by 5 3/4. Okay. Where's my? I've got two rulers here. So yeah, 5 3/4 by 8.5, which equals about 15 centimeters by 22, I think it is, almost 22. Yeah, close enough. Then I cut 5 pieces of cardstock. So I cut these two, 8.5 by 5 3/4. I mean, you can cut it any size you want, of course. And then I added my cardstock. I joined 2 pieces together. If you don't use cardstock, I always use cardstock. I don't know why, I just do. But I mean, of course, you can use any paper or fabric you want. I wouldn't use fabric for this. No, definitely not. Because between here and here, there's no room to maneuver. It is tight. But I mean, is that cute? And what have I done here? Oh yes, let me explain this bit to you. So all you got to do, people, is find your center, right, which is there, which I did using this ruler. So find your center, mark it off, and then I measured in 2.5 inches, okay, from both sides. And then I just drew the lines, and I used my craft knife just to cut this out. This here, by the way, is like a fabric e-tape. It's this guy here. I don't know what to call it. And I just used it to give the spines a bit more strength. Yeah, my center was 11 centimeters. And then it's 6.3 centimeters in from the corners, from the edges. And then I put 2 magnets here, and I forgot to put them on my outer spine. Yeah, I know, so I'm going to have to cover it because I'm not ripping this off. It'll just wreck it. So do remember to stick your magnets underneath before you do that. Then you just punch again 2 eyelets, and all I did to measure the eyelets, or where they're going to go, let me show you. See how nicely with the magnets? You only need 2. I was going to put another 2 there, then I thought, nah, it doesn't need it. Now this is not a journal that gives you, I have to say that, the spine is 2.5, by the way, room to maneuver again, because it's a closed thing, it's a closed box. So I'm not going to do a lot of, I'll see how it goes, I'll have to be very careful how I do it, but I'll show you as I go along. So I hope you will craft along with me, I really do. So now I have already cut out, let me just look at that, it's gorgeous. I used, oh yes, this piece now is going to go here. Now I'm going to try something. I hope I don't wreck it, because if I do, I will be very annoyed with myself. No, it's this way around. So I am going to glue this on. Now normally I only do my covers or decorate my covers. It's one of the last things I do when I make a journal, because I never know quite how my journal is going to turn out, and I like to marry the cover with the inside. So I'm just going to glue this down. And I want to keep these short, so this will be done in parts, ladies. So you could say this is the introduction then. Introduction to a craft along journal with a prize. So I should let this dry before, because all I'm going to do is use my craft knife to cut it. See that? And then I'll have to put on, yeah, so I'll put this one first, cut it, and that's got, doesn't really matter, but it's not nice to cut through paper that's wet, guys, so let it dry. And let's just burnish it down. I suppose it's almost like a suitcase without the sides, but I just thought the cover was quite nifty. And then I have, now for the cover, I mean the spine, I'm just going to keep this plain, because then I will probably embellish that or put a dangle. I don't know what I'm doing. So this definitely has, oh no, I want this on the bottom, because I think that looks fabulous. So let's just do that. I'm actually just going to cut it from the top. Where is it? Measure. Okay, I almost cut it short, guys. Yeah. Let me double check, and that is perfect. Now let's just nip off the top there. Also, if you're going to use scrapbook paper, the 12 by 12 like I do, I cut, before I join my papers together, I cut these down to 9.5. You can see it went a bit squonk there, but hey, who's counting? It's this way. I always like to put an arrow up or down, you know. In fact, I shouldn't have a thing on there, but anyway, because sometimes, yeah, it works out, especially if you're doing an album. Anyway, okay, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so I cut this 9.5, the 12 by 12, and then I joined the two pieces, and then I did the rest, and then the leftovers from the 12 by 12 I just used, oh, I haven't got one there, I'll have to cut one. No, I do. Actually, I should put that on now. I don't know why I didn't put it on. I think, oh, because I wanted to show you the measurements there. So that'll go on there, which I will do just now. And let's see if this is dry enough. I hope this works. I think my craft knife is pretty sharp, and I'm going to do it quite well. Press it down really hard around the opening, because you know, if it's wet it could tear. So I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this off camera. I'm gonna cut it now, and I'm gonna put on my other, just to save time on camera, you know, my other spine. So I will see you in a moment.